Hi guys, right now you're watching episode of the 7 of the Thotmilk Show, and I am your host, Thotmilk Matt, and today we have a few things to discuss on the agenda, such as... So basically I kind of look like shit because I can't get a haircut because my barber hasn't hit me back in the last 2 days. I'm guessing he's taking the weekend off, which kind of sucks, especially since next week is my birthday. Next week I am turning 27 and I don't really have much plan to do for my birthday. I might go out with my parents or like go out with this girl I've been seeing, Jay. Let's call her Jay. I talked about her a little bit last episode. We're not going to get too into that because we have better shit to talk about than my dating life. Or we'll talk about that at the end if I run out of shit to talk about. But yeah, I'm a Taurus and my mom's a Taurus. My birthday is May 8th. Her birthday, I'm pretty sure, is May 16th. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm always like a day or two off. But yeah. Low-key, I wouldn't mind getting really fucking drunk at Dave & Buster's and playing some games, but like I need people for that, and then I have to assemble the people, and I don't want to fucking deal with that. Let's see what I wrote down here to talk about. So, some people really may not like this, but there's like, I feel like freak shows really haven't died out. They've died out in the traditional sense of like a circus of people that look fucking weird going around to different cities and being paraded like animals. We've evolved from that, which is good. But I feel like we have modern day versions of the freak show, and I'm going to talk to you about them. Like, one of them is, and it's not really like, I'm a bad person for this, but there's this show called Jay and Pamela, which basically follows this couple. It's basically these two midgets. I'm not that tall either, but I'm not a midget. And it's about these two midgets. Their names are Jay and Pamela. They're little people, whatever. And they move around in these little electric wheelchairs. And they have like this bone disease, or at least one of them does, Jay. He has this bone disease to where his bones are very fragile, and he talks about how like they can't get like really rough during sex because like his body is just like very fragile. And I'm fucked up. Something about the thought of people with like extreme disabilities like that having sex, just the thought of it, is kind of fucking gross. Like, you know what? No, those guys deserve to be happy. I just don't want to fucking hear about it. It's just, just imagine these two little fucking little deformed people making love. This just bothers me. I don't know why it does. But like the second case that I'm going to talk about is like way worse. So some of you guys might know who Baby Alien is. Baby Alien started out as this guy that people would make videos with or of, talking about basically his deformity. Basically, he was a very little man with strange facial features. And wow, you're not gonna say bless you. You're a piece of shit. Anyway, Baby Alien was this dude that people would make videos about, talking about his life, his disease, how hard dating is, and he was just a little fucked up dude. But the difference with Baby Alien was he was fully capable of walking around, and he was at least somewhat mentally competent. More mentally competent than Beetlejuice, who we'll talk about that too. More mentally competent than Beetlejuice, less mentally competent likely than your average fully grown adult, I'll say. But that might not even be like a mental disability thing. It might just be him not being taught. I don't know. He's not like stupid or anything. So basically, or not like very stupid, I don't really hear him talk much, but basically it went from Baby Alien talking about, his life and these vlogs with other people and whatnot, and then he started making porn. Yeah. Little bro was on the bang bus, fucking like Ari Electra, all of them. Genuine bad bitches, which is great, but something about, like, and I only saw like one of them, like one of his videos on the fan bus. Something about, like, a little deformed man getting his dick wet. I don't want to see that. It's like, pregnant porn. Everyone has their thing. Like, I'm not trying to, like, yuck your yum, so to speak, but watching a little deformed man get his dick wet, knowing he has a disability, is kind of fucking gross. That's just me, though. But I mean, like, good for him, I guess. He temporarily lived. I can't imagine this is still going well for him, or I'd still be forced to hear about it on the internet against my will. But, like, he lived most young men's dreams of temporarily getting to be a porn star and then people forgetting about it. Which a lot of people wish they could do, you know? Okay. Now, Beetlejuice. It's this black dude. And it's this little black dude named, I don't know his real name, but Beetlejuice was this mentally disabled man who would appear oftentimes on the Howard Stern show, and he's done cameos in movies and stuff. I forget what movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Beetlejuice, he's probably been in a couple movies, now that I think about it. I would not be surprised. But Beetlejuice is this mentally disabled black man who really got popping off of being on the Howard Stern show a lot, and Howard Stern would ask him questions and basically just have him on the show looking like a fucking retard. Because it was funny. At least, I mean, it's still funny, like, by today's standards. I'm not one of those, oh, don't say the R word, or don't make fun of retarded people. I write jokes, so I'll make fun of whoever the fuck I want. And let me just fucking move this out of the way so I can see how long the recordings go. I wouldn't want to give you guys extra content. No. But basically, Beetlejuice was paraded around the Howard Stern show a lot, which, like, it's funny, but, like, after a while, I feel like you start to think of it as fucked up because, like, they're just laughing at him, you know? They're not laughing with them. You're not laughing with these people when they're paraded with the way Howard Stern, you know, put Beetlejuice out there. You're laughing at him, which at some point feels really fucked up. I don't know. And then Beetlejuice would go through stages of homelessness, which I'm not saying that's Howard Stern's fault at all. It's not. If anything, Howard Stern helped Beetlejuice get work and get his name out there and be a star. A lot of people know who Beetlejuice is. But yeah, Beetlejuice would go through phases of homelessness, and I'd imagine that's people just taking his money and not managing his money due to, like, him being mentally challenged and very easy to fuck over, which that's just evil. Fuck those guys. And yeah, shit like that is just so fucking gross to me. I'm wondering who the next mutant these guys will try to parade around us to keep us entertained. You know? And we as a collective society, we can't blame anyone but ourselves for this kind of shit being popular. Because, yeah, you can be like, oh, the record labels, the media industry puts these people around us to make us dumber. How long are we going to keep blaming anyone but ourselves for the shit that gets popular? We are the masses. We are the people. We control what gets clicks and popular more than anyone. If we don't like some shit, just don't view it. I mean, sometimes you're forced to view shit or find things out, like, everything I learned about Krishan Rock and Blueface and her little fucking fetal alcohol baby, that was all against my will. I didn't want to watch any of that. You know, this podcast is kind of edgy, this episode. I'm like 9 minutes in talking about fucking doo-doo babies and fucking mentally handicapped people. Going like, they make me mad! They don't. I just need stuff to talk about. They don't make me mad. Like, some shit that makes me mad is something that, like, I think about when I wake up in the morning, and lately I don't think about anything. Because my life is doing pretty good. What else do we got to talk about? Drake is dropping Iceman, and I don't care that much. I feel like Drake's music is talking about shit that I'm not in a tax bracket to understand. Like, you guys will hear him say some shit about Turks and Caicos and be like, I felt that. You've never been to Turks and Caicos. You've never even been to Florida. You've never left your state, let alone your country. No, you can't relate. I can't even fucking relate, bro. Kendrick won the beef. I'm gonna die on that hill. Anyway, you guys want to know what my favorite fucking game to play with my friends is. It's not like anything you're thinking of. It's not COD. It's not Battlefield. It's not fucking Arc Raiders. No. No shit like that. Castle Crashers. A lot of you do not know who Castle Crashers is, and ever since my podcast has had semi-tolerable lighting, it's better than before. You can actually see and look at me and not get a fucking headache from how, like, poor the picture quality is. And that is because I am recording in the daytime. The last episode I feel like came out better. But yeah, Castle Crashers. So Castle Crashers is basically this game where you play as 4 knights, or up to 4 knights, and it's third person front view. It's not like top down. It's you're just like watching these guys in like a cartoon style animation fight a variety of enemies trying to rescue these princesses from this evil mage. I'm pretty sure it is. I never read the lore. I just beat the game, and there's no talking. And it's just a fun game to play with your friends. Castle Crashers was, I think, made by, or Newgrounds played a part in it. And a lot of you watching this, I guess the people have tuned in since the quality's not as shit anymore. The last episode got like 30 views, which I know to you guys isn't a lot because of, you probably watch actually decent YouTubers who try really, really hard. I try, kinda. But to me, it's like, that's 30 people. Imagine 30 people in this room. Then it seems like a lot. That's 30 people that sat down, tolerated my voice, and heard me speak for 30 minutes, or at least enough for their viewership to count as a view. But back to Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers has been a game that holds like a special place in my heart. Castle Crashers was the only game me and my roommate Eric played in here until we got Wi-Fi. And he got his own game system. And I had money to buy other games. Basically, I just remembered something. I asked my mom to get me a video game for my birthday, and I haven't told her what video game. Damn it, I should have done that. But anyway, Castle Crashers is just this endlessly fun game, or at least it's fun for a while, where it's just mindless, like, violence with your friends in a really fun format that I feel like a lot of games don't have nowadays. I feel like a lot of games have tried to capture what Castle Crashers has, and back to Newgrounds. So Newgrounds played a big part in Castle Crashers becoming what it did, or at least its entire existence, as I'm pretty sure they helped making it. I need to look that up, and we're not doing that right now. But basically, Newgrounds was this website that fucking today's kids wouldn't know shit about, but it's still active. It's not extremely active, but people still use it. It's more of a legacy act. Newgrounds was basically this website that had games and people posting their art in the 2000s. It might have been in the late 90s too, but I don't know. Let's actually look that up. That I will look up because I am genuinely curious. Okay. Newgrounds was founded in 1995. This shit is older than I am. I was born in 1999. I'm turning 27. Which is so insane to me how, like, I feel like Newgrounds played a big part in the culture of the internet being not really what it is now, but what it was. And Newgrounds was so generationally ahead of its time. Newgrounds had porn games on it, but they were like really clever about it, about how it was kind of hard to find the porn games because they knew it was mostly a kid's website. Well, not like mostly a kid's website. It was probably kind of even. But adults were on that shit too, obviously, because they were posting art and making video games. And it was just such a great thing for its time that a lot of these kids don't know shit about. I don't even know if Cool Math Games is still a thing. Like the shit you used to play on the computer at school, you know? God, I'm getting old and everything I love is dying or being ruined. Speaking of things being ruined, I started playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's actually kind of fun, and it's not a bad game at all. It's really not. But like, I kind of get why people say J.K. Rowling or Rowling or however you pronounce that little UK bitch's name. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. But I kind of get why people say, like, Harry Potter's anti-Semitic, and I don't know about how it's racist. I never read the books, but I'm playing the game, and I really do get why they say it's anti-Semitic. So, basically, I think they're either goblins or trolls. I'm pretty sure they're goblins. Basically, so there's these little goblins that control the banks, and it's the wizarding. It's like the wizarding bank for wizards, and these little goblins control the banks, and they travel around the bank using underground secret tunnels. And the goblins look like little old Jewish men with big noses and like shitty beards, and they're bald. And it's just so on the nose, no pun intended, about like who they're talking about. It's Jewish people. Like, I told the girl that I'm talking to, because she loves Harry Potter. She actually really likes reading books. And she's a big Harry Potter girl. And she played the game like 3 times and never noticed that the goblins are basically the Jews, or her depiction of the Jews. Which, I mean, like, this is the best time to be an anti-Semite, if you want me to be honest with you. Kanye was kind of ahead of the curve. I don't really think we have time to talk about that today, because we have a bunch of other topics to get into. But, like, it's so, like, on the nose about who they're talking to if, like, you're just thinking about it like that. Especially after you already know what people think of these books. What with her being a TERF. A TERF? Yeah, TERF. About her being a TERF and all this shit. It's like... Well, another funny thing about the games is they have a gay couple, which I think is interesting, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have that in the books. And I can't imagine J.K. Rowling was like, just, oh, okay, well, the gays are fine. Not that I personally have an issue with them, but it's them adding that to something she likely doesn't agree with that I think is interesting. But it's also, copyright. They own the rights to the game, so they could really do whatever the fuck they want with the games. They could put fucking Master Chief in Harry Potter if they own the rights to it as well, on some Kingdom Hearts shit. Fucking having Master Chief kill Voldemort and whatnot. Nah, but it's a fun game, and I'm liking it so far. I'm probably going to play a little more before I go to work today, and start my little bullshit shift for Sunday. But, what else do we got to talk about? Oh, they're dropping a new Resident Evil movie. And I saw the trailer, and I gotta be honest, if you didn't tell me it was a Resident Evil movie, I wouldn't think it was. But it doesn't seem like a bad movie. I feel like my opinion is a double-edged sword. It seems like it's a normal guy in the Resident Evil universe just trying to survive. Like, he's in Raccoon City, I read. I'm pretty sure it's the day of the virus when it starts. And it's just him going through everything, and a lot of the creatures you see in it seem to be from different Resident Evil games, and I kind of like that. Like, not everything has to be about Chris and Leon and Ava and Ethan. Not that... I feel like if they gave Ethan a movie, it would go kind of hard. I feel like shit like that's hard because, like, we already know the entire plot. And there's not much... A Resident Evil 7 movie would probably go super hard. But it would... Like, they'd have to cut out so much, I don't think it would be that good. It's like turning books into movies. You wind up cutting out so much shit that, like, people that read the book first will take it as a disservice because there's just so much detail left out. And I think it will probably be a pretty good movie. Will I go see it? Fuck no. I don't go to the movies unless it's like an anime movie. Because I just like seeing... Well, for one, I fucking love anime. And two, it's just... I will watch an anime movie at home, but it's just not the same as seeing it on the big screen at a movie theater that you pay $60 for a ticket, drink, and popcorn at. I need to get fucked over for my full movie experience. You know, these kids wouldn't understand. And I am actually old enough to be able to say shit like that. Like, these kids don't know shit about What the fuck you know about Nothing. Nothing, loser. Oh, and speaking of anime, I don't think I talked about this last week, and I've been wanting to talk about it. Fire Force is over, and I think it's really interesting the fact that they're going to remake Soul Eater and call it Soul Eater World, because I didn't know about this till recently, but the Soul Eater anime actually wasn't where the story was supposed to completely end. Because I watched the Soul Eater anime when I was like in high school. Like I was like 13 when I saw it, because the Soul Eater anime came out like over a decade ago, and I liked it. I liked what it was for its time, and I didn't know there was so much more to the story up until like a month ago, because no one really thinks about it. You know, Soul Eater is just so old, and I wasn't expecting, or at least until the manga finished, I wasn't expecting that Shinra would, spoiler alert, if one of the 15 people that are gonna watch this haven't fucking finished Fire Force, do it, and don't watch the rest of this. I don't care. So basically, Shinra fuses with his brother, I forget his name, and his mother, and they become Bancho Man, which is basically the god of the Fire Force, the Soul Eater universe, the Fire Force and Soul Eater universe. He becomes a new god and remakes reality into something close to what it used to be, without the negative emotions that caused the Great Cataclysm. So, at the end of it, it turns out that Shinra created the world that will become Soul Eater. And it's actually, I think it's going to be great. But other than that, what else haven't I talked about that I was supposed to talk about last week, but wound up rambling about other dumb shit? Oh, Pooh Shiesty's case. Yeah, no, that guy's a fucking crash out. So for anyone who lives under a rock or has not ever heard of Pooh Shiesty is basically the rapper that made the Shiesty mask relevant to the level it is now, and I'm surprised that hasn't died out yet. I don't think it will anytime soon until some new shit comes out for people to wear around their head. I don't wear shit like that because I look very Middle Eastern with it. Also, I look like a little boy. So I look like a dangerous little boy. That's about it. That's as cool as I get in a Shiesty. But basically, the Pooh Shiesty case currently is that Pooh Shiesty was released from prison maybe like 2 months ago. 3? Not even. And him and I think his dad, I forget, who did Pooh Shiesty rob people with? Let's look it up. Let's look up why Pooh Shiesty was arrested. I'm looking up who... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I was right. He was arrested, including 8 co-defendants, including his father, Lontrell Williams Sr. Oh, Big 30 was a part of this? Oh, what a crash out. And basically, fucking Pooh Shiesty, those 2, and 6 other guys were arrested after they were accused of robbing Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane. It's Gucci Mane. I forget. I used to be a big Gucci Mane fan. I can't believe I fucked that up. But basically, Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his contract with Gucci Mane. Allegedly, this is why he did it. He wanted out of his contract with Gucci Mane so that he could get all his money and royalties from his music. And Gucci Mane was not having that shit. So they basically went and robbed him. And the thing is, Gucci Mane's head of security, or his only main security guard, works for the police. So obviously that went back to the feds, and now people are accusing Gucci Mane of being a snitch, which I feel like something about caring about shit like that as a grown man kind of makes you a cornball. It's always dudes that have nothing that are like, man, it's dudes who live in their mother's house talking about some, man, Gucci Mane a snitch. I would never rat on my dog. That's stay solid and get it back in blood. That man is a millionaire. Why the fuck would he ruin his life for that? Like, because, and I'm not gonna, Gucci Mane gunned down like 4 people. Okay? Gucci Mane is 110% about that shit. Even if he isn't anymore, like, I don't think you can take that away from him. I don't think... And is he a rat? Technically, no, because his security guard is the one who told. And he's not a rat either. He's literally a fucking police officer. So it's like, how do you call him a rat? It's like, it doesn't really make much sense. But it's also like, I'm using technicalities. Like, oh, well, technically Gucci Mane didn't snitch. Technically Gucci Mane did snitch. And he didn't. He literally didn't. But I don't think you could take away Gucci Mane's title as being a major street dude just because of that. Also, he technically didn't say anything. And anyone who's like, no, man, I would never snitch. 30 to life? You're not going to snitch? Dude, what? Especially if you have like a wife and children or anything going for you in the free world. Fucking snitch, bro. Snitch. Me, it does not matter what I would do in those situations. Okay, you know what? If you want me to be honest, I would rat. But it's because I am not a street dude. I am not about any of that shit anymore, and I do not care. Also, this episode's about to wrap up in a couple minutes, but I just wanted to tell you there will be new stand-up video, not videos. It's going to be one video. There's going to be a new stand-up video coming out soon. I finished a set, and I'm going to be ready to record it soon. And I hope you guys really like it. I know it's been a while since I put out some stand-up content. It's just been hard, with the new job and trying to do all my adult responsibilities. Thank you for being understanding, and I will keep you posted. I need to do this podcast more consistently. It's just so hard because I need to do it in the daytime or buy a proper lighting setup, which is hard because I'm trying to pay off the IRS. I owe them probably like $1,300 left altogether. And see, the whole reason I owe the IRS money is because I don't know if I got into it the last episode. I need to start really watching these and remembering what I say, because I don't watch these after I record them. I just check the sound quality and make sure it's at least semi-decent, or I try to make it decent. Like most of these episodes, like 6 out of the 7 episodes are... I did the thing. 6 out of the 7 episodes are pretty on point in terms of sound quality. Are they amazing as some other podcasts? No. But I don't know how to do any of that shit. Hopefully I'll figure it out soon. And yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about the lighting. I forgot about what I was talking about. But hopefully we'll invest more into this. Should I ramble on for longer? SNL UK pisses me off. I haven't watched it. I don't know how long SNL UK has been a thing. But my thing is, who the fuck is still watching SNL like it's funny? Like, who's laughing at this? I've never met anyone who watches SNL and likes it. I'm, like, convinced SNL, the only people watching it are, like places, like office waiting rooms, where there's just one thing on the TV. And even then, SNL airs at night, so it's like, someone has to actively be watching it. It's not airing at businesses in the daytime, you know? Like, I think it's bots. I don't know who the fuck is watching SNL, but you need to be stopped. I can't even imagine how much worse SNL UK is. Unseasoned SNL sounds fucking disgusting. I don't even like SNL as it is, let alone the boiled beef, porridge and mash version of it. Like, oh my god. Literally, if you want me to be honest, all I know about the UK is what I hear from Central C, Harry Potter, and Hobbs and Gromit. All I know is that you guys have wizards and a claymation man and a dog. And Central C. And stabbings. And to be honest, your food seems fucking awful. You guys eat like the British are still... No, like the Germans are still flying overhead. I'm pretty sure it was the Germans. Yeah, oh yeah, it was. You guys eat like the Germans are still flying overhead. And it's gross. All that shit looks disgusting. Like, you guys have so many different kinds of beans. Why? There's better things to eat than beans. There's a world of things that are better to eat than beans. And I guess that does it all for this week. I'll try to post another video very soon. And I want to make these weekly, but god damn it, it's just kind of hard. But it's also like, I know what I sound like. Oh, I can't take 30 minutes out of my day to record and put out the show I make that I say I will. I'll do my best. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all next week, hopefully.